What is up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel, Mystic Watch, and today we got a brand new video. As you can see from the title, thumbnail, we are doing a Make Blazing Great Again video. So, put it simply, we are just going over, or I'm in this video at least, going to be going over some of my thoughts and things of that nature on what I want to see improved on the game and anything of the sort. Now, to kind of preface this on what's going on, like why is this coming up now? Second anniversary was a bit of a controversy, bit of a flop, I'm not gonna lie about that, right? Now, the purpose of this video is that Afro sent you a few days back, or maybe only 2 days back at least from the time of this video, made one of his own videos, Make Blazing Great Again, right? And essentially, the purpose of the video was to say that we as a community need to come together and tell them that, this is what's up, right? We can't be having this no more. So if you guys are, a YouTube content creator of your own, make a hashtag Make Blazing Great Again, video, and make sure to include that in the title, so that way when you make that video, all the videos of anything similar will fall under the same category, and it's very easy to see what's going on. So pretty much Afro will take, all said videos, comments, make his own, personalized video on it as well, and then kind of make a montage collaboration of all the ideas that everyone's including. So some things might overlap and stuff, but at least it's nice to see everyone else's opinion and see what they want to see improved in the game as well. Right, so as we're farming some A rank scrolls, let's just jump right into it, right? So I don't have anything in particular like that's unique. I just have the generic stuff, but I have them kind of like outlined, or just so I can go over the topics briefly. So starting off, fake golds, right? No one likes them. Everyone hates seeing them. Why did they exist in the game? Now, I want to be very clear what I mean about fake golds. So I want fake golds removed from the banners, but people need to understand that removing fake golds is not the equivalent of increasing, or it's not the equivalent of increasing the rates. All fake golds is doing, like removing fake golds, is just giving you closure in a sense, right? Because what happens is right now we have a 15% rate to pull golds on when it comes to major banners, right? And then of that 15%, it includes all, however many 4 stars exist in the game as well, right? So let's say there's 60 and there's like 150 units. So I don't know the exact number, but pretty much the point being is that if there's 150 units and there's 60, golds that are actually 4 stars awakened, then it accounts, like that 15% accounts for those 60 as well. Now, if we were to take out those two, and whatever the solution is, right, make them a different color poster, do something else. If you remove those 60 golds from the summon pool, the rates will reflect on that, right? It's not going to be 15% anymore. It might drop down to 10% now. So the number wouldn't change, the rate wouldn't change at which you're getting gold. All that would happen is when you get a gold, it's a gold, right? That's still like better, because right now the animation is horrible, and that moves me on to my next point. Visual update. It's been, if you guys play any other games, specifically Dokkan, right? You can see that their animation, their summon animation has changed at least like twice now, maybe. But this latest update is huge, right? There's so many different animations, so many different things that signal what you're going to get on the banner. And that's something that we need in this game, right? Like, we see Sakura and we get a gold. Okay, that's it. But that the Sasuke showing up has no effect on it. Breaking how many doors has no effect on it, right? It's like Sasuke shows up, you can get a bronze. Sasuke doesn't show up, you can get a gold. It literally doesn't matter. The only thing that we know is that if Sakura shows up, you're getting 1 gold, right? So there's nothing else like that tells us anything in this game. So we need some improvement, and just visually it's getting old to see. We've been having the same exact thing for 2 years now. We need some improvements. Afro mentioned in his video as well that they updated the screen, but that's like the screen and the logo, but that's like something that you expect already, right? Updating everything else is something that just needs to be done as well. So besides a visual update, this like UI stuff you can just update as well. Oh yeah, this is the big thing. UI improvements. UI means user interface, so when you're clicking around the menus and things like that, that's considered UI, or you classify it as quality of life updates, but the big thing that I need is two things. One, be able to buy things in multiple numbers, right? There should be like a very simple slider, so you can set that. Every single item should be set so it's like you can buy it a maximum number of times. If you want to buy limit break crystals, you should be able to buy 73, right? Always. 73 is the exact amount you need. You should be able to buy that every single time. And anything else, literally every single thing that you can buy multiple of, you should be able to buy the maximum amount immediately. You should not have to sit there and click over every single thing. That is horrible. Like, that is garbage. Now, besides that, in terms of UI, it's not really much else that I'm looking for besides those two. If I miss something big, like that's the thing, right? I can't remember everything when I'm doing these videos, so if I miss something or if you guys want to add something else on, leave it down below so that we can get the awareness going and upvote anything that you guys like, right? Now, let's move on from UI. Another thing that I would really like, this is more of a quality of life update. Give pearls for max limit breaking units for the first time, right? They have ninja trials, so they can very easily include a ninja trial of limit breaking every unit. So very simply put, if you get a unit max limit broken, or you can get them to whatever, if you want to max pill them as well, not including speed pills, whatever it is, right? As long as you max them out in some way, shape, or form, but they have to be limit breaks. We're not talking about normal characters here. Whenever you limit break a unit and you get them to 150, let's say you want to put your pills in them, you should be able to get, I don't even need like 5 crystals, give me like 2 or 3, right? It's just something. It gives you incentive for playing the game a little more, gives you incentive for max limit breaking, and it's just nice, right? It's like not a crazy amount of pearls that you're giving to us anyways. Like, even let's say it's 5, right? At the end of the day, it's another, like, if you max limit break every single unit, it's only like an extra like 300-400 pearls at most, right? And 300 or 400 pearls sounds like a good amount, but no one's gonna max limit break every single unit at any given point. So it's like, you're always gonna only be getting some, right? Of course, the goal is to max limit break everyone, but you don't own everyone, you're not there to farm, or whatever reason, right? But you get the point. That's something that I would like to see. Now let's move on to the banners and multiplayer and that type of stuff. PvP balance, very simply, no duplicates, right? Another thing Afro mentioned is to have a separate game mode for that. Personally, I don't really care about a separate game mode. I only want the one, unless they make a separate rewards for that as well. But the main, like, if you guys play Hearthstone, right? Very simply put, Hearthstone has 2 modes, right? Hearthstone is a card game where they have Standard and they have Wild. Standard is always the latest 2 years worth of cards, and then Wild is literally anything goes, right? Hearthstone is a 5-year-old game. I don't know how many years, but you get the point. So the point being is that let the crazy stuff happen in a separate game mode, but make one game mode where it's very strict on its rules and it's more competitive, right? Like, you can let La La Land be its own thing. If people want to play it, they're allowed to play it, and you can reward them too, right? Don't make the rewards as good. Like, definitely make Standard like the thing to go to. So if you're getting 10th Dan Kage, you're finishing top 200, you're getting the most possible rewards you can in this standard game mode. If you want to play your wild version or your crazy version, you can still get rewards. Toss them something nice. You'll still get pearls, still get acquisition stones, whatever you need, limit break crystals. But you don't gotta give them as much as standard, right? Because I know like, you don't want to give out too many 2 things. Can't be too crazy with hand down stuff, Bandai. I get you. I mean, overall the game gives us a lot of stuff, but it is what it is. So PvP, that's really it for PvP, right? Because right now, if you guys noticed, a lot of the Blazing Fest units that got limit broken, I don't know how they plan on continuing them. If they just plan on, like every month or every other month, releasing another batch of 3 limit breaks that are Blazing Fest. So if that's the case, then keep on at it, because eventually Blazing Fest units are like taking over, and they're already taking over PvP. And the thing is, a lot of people have Blazing Fest units and they don't have Blazing Bash units. And a lot of people have Max Duke Blazing Fest unit, and including free-to-play and other people as well, right? Usually people save their pearls if they want to summon once a month. They'll summon for Blazing Fest, and then they'll get a lot of Blazing Fest characters in their 9 steps, and they're happy, they move on. So then, these Blazing Fest units are units that a lot of people have, so that when they get their limit breaks, they're so powerful, and they're so, I'm not going to say free to play friendly, but they're very available to the community. So like PvP balance wise, unit wise, I think they're fine. Like they don't need to be making characters like Obito, or yeah, you get the point. But is what it is. So as long as they get the dupes out of the way, like no duplicate units, I would be satisfied with PvP. Okay, now let's move on to the banners itself, step ups, and guarantees and things of that nature, right? I made a separate video on this before, but like people don't understand my position on it, and they seem to claim what I like. They kind of make up their own position for me on how I look at this. I do like step ups, and I'm really glad step ups existed in the game. What I dislike is guaranteed summons. I strongly dislike guarantees. The fact that the 9th summon guarantees you a unit is really garbage, in my opinion. It makes it so that the fun of summoning. Then here's the difference, right? A lot of people are not looking at this from the same perspective as me, and that's fine, right? Everyone's got their own viewpoints. The way I look at this is that this is a gacha game, and you're not supposed to be guaranteed anything, right? Like, the whole point of gacha games is to summon and try to get something, but it's that risk reward, right? You are risking X amount of pearls, X amount of time, all this work that you've done for a reward of a unit, but you're not guaranteed that unit. And that's how like different boxes are made. That's how like as long as stuff summons like went on, like people did not care about each other's boxes, because you just assume everyone has everything, right? Even if you're free to play, you have a majority of Blazing Fest. Like, unless you're just starting like recently within these last few months, you have a lot of stuff, right? So it's like, when it comes to guarantees, I strongly dislike it. I don't like the fact that people can just like spend 1,000 pearls and get 6 copies of the unit extremely easily, right? Because in those 1,000 they've already got 3 guarantees, and then they managed to pull like another 2 or 3 from the raid ups and things like that. Now, there's nothing wrong with the raid ups. I do like that they have raid ups and of that nature, because it's still not guaranteed at the end of the day, right? So the fact that, for example, these anniversary units, you were able to spend, I spent 4,000 pulling Sasuke, and then I spent about like 2,000 to 3,000 pearls summoning for Naruto. And I got him off camera. I literally got Naruto yesterday. So, and like, I have no issues with that, right? I think it's great, because when I pulled the units, it felt very unique. It felt amazing for me. Now, someone who's free to play is gonna disagree, and that's fine. You're allowed to disagree, right? But that's just my perspective on it. Yes to step ups, no to guarantees. I don't like guarantees. Now, the last thing that I'm gonna say before ending off this video is that two more things, right? The rates of the units I dislike. 0.33% for the anniversary units I don't like. They should be honestly like 0.5. I think for the anniversary units, not having that 1% is still like okay, but 0.33 is a little low. As long as they included step ups with some rate up banners or something like that, I think 0.33 was like justifiable, but they didn't. Now, one thing that I dislike strongly is that the banner itself, right? Not the units, but the banner itself was super garbage, right? It was a horrible banner, right? Everything, there was nothing good on the banner. Like, you had other Narutos for 0.33 that no one really cared about at all whatsoever. You didn't even have Sage 6 Pass Naruto on the banner, or Rinnegan Sasuke for that, issue or whatever. But that's like, why? Right? Like, why is the banner so garbage? At least like last year, like, this is like the banner that people should be building their accounts on, right? Like, you got 1,000 pearls, 2,000 pearls saved up. You've been saving up for like 8 months, whatever the thing is, right? And you should be able to build your entire box on this single banner alone. And that's something that I was very disappointed in. I hate the fact that the banners themselves are garbage, right? You can do this, right? You can make every unit on there 1% besides the 2 featured units, right? By featured, I mean like Naruto and Sasuke. Like, keep them at 0.33, but put Madara's in there, put Kaguya's in there, put Jiraiya's, Minato's, everyone. Put the units, the good units in the banner at proper rates, because the thing's focused on the anniversary units, but that doesn't mean like you can't give us other units. And that was a big issue with me, right? I probably spent a combined total of like 8,000 pearls this between 2 accounts, I wouldn't say, maybe like 6,000, right, on this banner, and I've got less than I spent like 1,000 on other banners. So that's the crazy part, right? And now it's the final thing. The final thing is, please just make 7 stars already. Bandai's like losing their money. You know, I don't know why. Like, they clearly did this anniversary for the sake of money and for the sake of greed of money, and you could see that very easily, right? Like, no step ups, the no guarantees, and the low rates. It was definitely money focused, right? Now, I don't know why they just don't make a 7-star, right? Like, if you made a 7-star, people just wouldn't care as much. People wouldn't be as angry because there's so much hype around a new unit, a new rarity, and like, people will spend money. Just do it already. Like, I literally don't see the issue with it. It's been 2 years and we don't have a new rarity unit. 6 stars feel like there's nothing new to them. There's nothing unique. Just make something new. Give the game a refresh, right? That's what they need. They need something refreshing in the game, and a 7-star could easily do that. Of course, they gotta make a new gimmick with it, but just give them leader abilities, right? 7 stars with leader abilities, and make raids. You know, like, you can like make them like focus around SS rank raids, right? Because SS rank raids are beatable, but they're definitely hard, right? They take like 20 minutes to run. Some people, you know, take them an hour to run. So if you make 7 stars with like leader abilities, you know, sync with Konoha, sync with Leaf for like plus 50% attack or something, you know, it doesn't gotta be that crazy, but you get the point. That's the last thing I wanted to go over. If you guys have any disagreements with what I say, anything I left out, anything else you want included, be sure leave it down below. Upvote it if you see something you like. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And of course, let's, as a community, make Blazing great again. Peace out.